What is going on, guys? My name is SOETIE. This after New Year, this gameplay, I ended number 54 in the weekly leaderboard. The gameplay from about 2-3 weeks ago, the rewards were pretty bad, as you can see. My highest rated player in the top 100 pack was 84 rated. I also did already the first weekend league after New Year, and the New Year really started really well for me. But let's start with the gameplay from about 2-3 weeks ago. I ended at 38 wins, got me number 54 in the weekly leaderboards. I got red carded for this in one match. I was really angry about it, obviously. I pressed pause, I got red carded. I still outplayed him, still a lot more shots. But yeah, this happened. Alright, so let's get into the gameplay from about 2-3 weeks ago. I got 38 wins, as said. I'm gonna show you the nicer matches with a lot of goals, because they don't show up in the Champions channel, because these are usually the people that are gonna end up rage quitting, because I score so many goals and then they usually rage quit. So what you see in the Champions channel are usually like the matches which were more difficult, because that are the matches which, in which people just keep staying. They hope for that lucky goal, they hope to still get that win, but the easier matches usually don't show up in the Champions channel, so that's why I'm picking those. Because both losers, I feel most of you checked them out already in the Champions channel anyway. And also, I did record the second lose, but the recording got corrupted. If you want to see how I did in the first weekend of 2018, you should follow me on Twitter, check it out right there, because those people already know how I did. But a video about that will be up in about 1 or 2 days anyway. The weekend league from the first week of January 2018. This is like, I think, 3rd or 4th week of December, this gameplay. Also, what I want to talk about a little bit is my lessons. They were out of stock for the last 2 weeks. They're back now. I made some changes. I'm no longer offering the package deal, because with those package deals there was just people ordered, they pretty much like practically ordered 2 lessons at once, and I couldn't keep up with demand, guys. Too many people were ordering the lessons and I had to put them on out of stock. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing pretty much, my aim is to do gameplay analyses only, because they are much better for improving. They're really good. You will get a video from me. I will talk over the video, I will pause it, I will tell you stuff, and it's a much better way to improve than by just playing in game when voice chatting. So yeah, you can check the website for all info about that. They're back in stock. It's possible to book them again for the ones who were posting messages like, when can I book them again? They're back, so yeah, obviously if you want to book one, it's possible again. And let's hope this time I can keep up with the demand, or I'll have to put them on out of stock again. But anyways, let's have a look at the gameplay. I think it's like the 2nd or 3rd match right now. We get a nice goal with Pele. I think this was the one where I did the first touch heel to heel flick. He's trying to pressure us. Usually isn't a great idea. We find the space at Valencia, and we do the threaded through pass to Cristiano Ronaldo. It's R1 or RB plus through pass. Look at the space at Ronaldinho. We find him, we shoot it for the 4-0. And yeah, some opponents, they just don't rage quit that easily. So at 4-0 he still didn't rage quit yet. For the ones wondering, I'm playing 4-1-2-1-2 narrow in most of my matches. Defense, it's Roberto Carlos, Maldini, Ferdinand, Inform Valencia, the 85 one from left to right. Goalkeeper, Farman, I used Farman a lot of times. I've got like the 92 De Gea, Courtois, Neuer, and I just can't settle on a goalkeeper. They pretty much all disappoint me a little bit. So yeah, they're just all over the place, the ones I'm using, because I use one, they make a couple of saves, and then they mess up for like 3-4 matches, and I end up switching back to some other goalkeeper. Here I'm using Neuer, as you can see, and I'm all over the place. In 2018, like the first weekend, I played with Courtois. He was doing really well. I played like the first 8 matches with De Gea, 92 rated. He disappointed me yet again, so I went back to Courtois for like the 3rd time. Went back to Courtois, and he did really well this weekend league for me. He actually, like, usually I concede, like, I have those games where every shot is a goal, and Courtois, I had like 3 or 4 games where he really he really made some important saves and made it easier for me to win those. So for the moment I'm settling with Courtois, but when the team of the year is out, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with the team of the year goalkeeper, because none of the goalkeepers are really yeah, completely satisfying me just yet. But anyways, let's get back to the remaining lineup. The other ones on my midfield, the CDM is Vieira, obviously. I've got on the left CM Gullit, right CM Pele, and at cam I've got Ronaldinho. This match, by the way, is against a Dutch pro. He's playing in the Eredivisie. I think most Dutch players will know what it is. It's like every real pro club in the Netherlands. Bad defending here, by the way. I'm 4-0 up, I lost my focus. But every real pro player in the Netherlands has got like a great gamer for them playing. It's just like other big clubs like Paris Esport or whatever. But in the Netherlands every single club has them, and they're playing a league. It's called the Eredivisie. And you can see how I beat him. That was pretty fun. He's a pro player in the Netherlands and we completely smashed him with 5-1, but those stats say everything really. And he had an insane team too, with Gullit and I think he had Vieira too, not sure actually, Ronaldo. But yeah, back to my lineup. I've got Pele as right CM and Ronaldinho as cam. And actually, I would like it more the other way around, just like attacking wise, because I think Pele is sick actually. He's getting more goals from me than Ronaldinho. And Ronaldinho has got a little bit more strength, so should be able to defend better. So why did I select Pele at right CM? I looked at the work rates pretty much, and Ronaldinho has low work rate for defending. So that's why I selected Pele, because Pele has got medium work rate for defending. And also, if you look at the defending stats, I think Ronaldinho has 35 for defending and Pele has got like 55. So 55 still isn't like high, but it's 20 higher than Ronaldinho. Like 55 is doable. So that's why I selected Pele as my right CM. And obviously my two strikers are the Brazilian Ronaldo and I've got Cristiano Ronaldo. The Brazilian Ronaldo, I thought in some previous videos, I think that I thought the Cristiano Ronaldo was just as good. But I'm exploiting his like the finesse shot of the Brazilian Ronaldo is insane. And I'm exploiting that more and more, and especially also the 5-star weak foot. You can, with both feet, those finesse shots just glide into the top corners. And I really can't wait for his 96 version, because I looked at the stats which were improved. It's like pace +4, shooting is even better, 4 agility, 4 balance more. Like it's every important stat is gonna like get like a +4 boost, so that should be insane. Also the 91 Vieira is out. I tried him, but I enjoyed the 88 Vieira more. Why? Simply because the 88 Vieira, he's got 2 more pace, he's a little bit more agile, and that's pretty much why I like him over the 91 rated Vieira. The 91 rated Vieira's got some higher defending stats, which, yeah, I don't really notice that much, that when they're higher defending, because in the end I'm gonna select them myself and defend anyway. But also, yeah, he's got higher shooting, but he still doesn't score them from outside the box, because his shooting just isn't great enough anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much why I settled on the 88 Vieira instead of the 91 rated one. Next opponent, not a great squad actually. He's got Overmars also with the 5-star weak foot. I'm really looking forward to the team of the year. I'm hoping actually for Neymar card to be in there. I think he might be sick as my cam, because yeah, I think a 5-star weak foot at my cam position would be great for those finesse shots, because sometimes Ronaldinho lacks a little bit finishing. Also waiting his prime card. When he gets a prime card, I look at his stats and he should get like a +5 for finishing. So that should really improve that, especially, yeah. But the Neymar card at cam, I think that could be great actually. And obviously the one I really want is the 99 rated Ronaldo, which I'm expecting to be in there. Yeah, when I'm talking of this video, it just got released on Twitter that there will be a voting for the team of the year by like some YouTubers and athletes. I don't know everyone who got nominated actually. Yeah, I'm hoping like you've got players who deserve it based on their real performances, and you've got players which you want to be in there just for the sake of FIFA. So yeah, I'm wondering which ones they're gonna select. For the sake of FIFA, I'm hoping for like Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, Marcelo, not Sandro, because Marcelo will have that double link with Ramos, which I might need. And yeah, Ramos obviously in there. At the other centre back, I guess David Luiz. At right fullback, I would love Valencia in there. On midfield, I guess Dybala, Nainggolan for sure. For the third one, I was a little bit in doubt. Do we want Modric, Kante, or De Bruyne? I think the one which would suit me best is Kante, not Kante, sorry, Modric actually. Kante is like a defensive midfielder, but he's so small, and then yeah, I don't like that. He's supposed to be the guy who's gonna get the ball for you, but if he's that small, then even if he's very quick, you don't get the ball that quickly with him anyway. So probably Modric would be better, and then it's just gonna be more like yeah, like a creative midfielder. So yeah, those are the ones which I would pick for the team of the year. Especially also if you look at the real life performances, obviously a lot of Madrid players deserve it for winning the Champions League 2 times in a row. Ronaldo, Marcelo was insane that year, he was really, so he deserves it for sure. Ramos as well, obviously. Ronaldo for, I think he scored like 2 hat-tricks against Atletico and Bayern, right, so he certainly deserves to be in there. Here you can see an example of those finesse shots with the 94 Ronaldo, and that 98 one, like this one he's got 93 pace, and the 98 one he's gonna have 97 pace, so that's really sick. That one will be even better than this one, and this card is sick already. Nice player, by the way. We get 1-on-1, and we finish that with the driven shot to the near post for an easy finish with the Brazilian Ronaldo. Yeah, if you look at these videos, you might assume like those players finish anything. They really don't. The thing is, I'm showing goals only, so that means you're gonna see like pretty much every shot gonna end up in the back of the net. That's not like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, this one as well. They also missed easy 1-on-1s, and you can find a clip of that on Twitter, like all the misses from the first Weekend League of 2018. Like he misses rebounds from 5 meters and stuff like that. It's not like. Actually, in the next Weekend League, I tried some different chemistry cards. I've got a lot of FUT cards on here right now, and I changed that to like pretty much my entire midfield to engine. And to be honest, I don't notice that much in like difference in finishing. So it pretty much contradicts a little bit what I said before, because Ronaldo really is sick at finishing, but I feel like in a 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper context, like what makes the most difference is that you get the angle right, that you slow down plenty, and I don't think the finishing stat makes that much difference once you get in that 1-on-1 situation. But I really feel like the difference is made when you go for those finesse shots from outside the box, and yeah, those are easy ways to score if you got the players who can do it. Cristiano Ronaldo can do them as well. If you get Messi, he's sick at those. And yeah, what I said before, I'm hoping for Team of the Year Neymar with 5-star weak foot. I think he could be a perfect cam for me if his finishing stat is really high. So that would be a perfect fit. We get against the next opponent. I didn't see the squad really well, and somehow he was really poor at defending these high chip through passes. So I ended up scoring 2 in a row against this opponent, I guess, with these chip through passes. Here again, we set up the 1-2, he steps out again. And just chip it over the top, and yeah, the 5-star weak foot is insane. You can just, with his left foot, that's why I'm using it as the left striker. Because it's so easy to finish these opportunities. Like, I think Cristiano Ronaldo would finish them too. But with this one, it's even easier. And like Ronaldo, these type of opportunities, it's really easy to finish. By the way, I've got the 95 team of the group stage Cristiano Ronaldo, not the regular 94 one. I don't really notice any difference in terms of gameplay. The only reason I'm using it is such that I can put everyone on full 10 chemistry, because I don't have any right winger in my formation. So when I would use the left winger formation, I'd usually end up with with Ronaldinho playing on 7 chemistry. Also with the 7 chemistry, I didn't really notice a difference with players on 10 chemistry, but anyways, it should be better, right? So that's pretty much the only reason why I selected the 95 Ronaldo. I don't feel he's a lot better. Also, if you look at the statistics, it's not like it's a huge improvement over the 94 rated one. For example, if you look at like the 85 Valencia, he's got way higher stats than the 83 one. So that's yeah, that's why I selected him, just because his stats are so much better. This opponent, it's a pretty poor team, and that's, yeah, usually playing against that type of squads is gonna result in a lot of goals, and that's probably why I selected this. So again, these are the matches with a lot of goals. If you want to see like the tighter matches, you can look me up in the FUT Champions channel, and those are the tighter matches. And yeah, you might feel like, how can you get I'm not gonna say the result yet, but how can you get that great result if you struggle that much against, I think those opponents were just like Gold 1 opponents or whatever. But sometimes FIFA is just a little strange. Like, you can play against an elite player and win him 6-0 easily, and then the next game is against a gold 1 player and you're gonna struggle to even build up your attacks. And sometimes you just can't put your finger on it, like what is that opponent doing, because yeah. Also, like what happened this week in League, from as what I said already, this is like 2-3 weeks ago. So I lost to some guy and it was like the end result of 5-6. He had 7 shots on target, 6 went in, but anyways, I think he deserved to win. I had some ugly goals as well. 3 of his 6 goals were from kickoff, and I looked him up after, and he was just like, I think he was just like a gold player or maybe elite 3, I don't remember. But yeah, sometimes you just can't put your finger on it. It's like when I play him, I notice in game he isn't doing anything special, he isn't great, but somehow, yeah, somehow I just couldn't like get a grasp on his attacking play, and yeah, I just can't put my finger on it. Sometimes opponents who aren't that good, you can see they aren't that good, but you just can't really play them well. Sometimes it just happens, and yeah, I don't know why, but that's just the case in FIFA and real football as well. But anyways, this opponent, look at his pace. Even Roberto Carlos is a left fullback, but that's why I like him too. He's a little bit small if I compare him with like the 85 Valencia. I think Valencia might be better actually defensively, because if you touch someone with Valencia, he usually pushes them off easily, which is a little bit harder to do with Carlos. So yeah, when Team of the Year will be out, I'll definitely get the left fullback. I'm hoping for Marcelo. For the double link with Ramos as SOETIE. You can see I'm playing the 4-2-3-1. I also use that formation sometimes. So usually I play it 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and I picked the 4-2-3-1 when the opponent had a great squad, when he's like top 100 or whatever. I used to play the 4-2-3-1 because it's more solid defensively. But also when like the game wasn't working for me. Like sometimes you just have that game and yeah, it's just exactly what I said, and you can't put your finger on it, but it isn't working for you, and that's when I changed to 4-2-3-1 often. Because it's got the 2 CDMs, it gives you more security in defense. So whenever I had a game where I just felt like, oh, my defense isn't how it's supposed to be, it isn't that great, because I like being really secure in defense. It's easier to win with 1-0 than having to score like 5 goals. Well, at least that's how I feel. Scoring a lot of goals is easier too with the 4-1-2-1-2. So it cuts both ways, obviously. Another formation I'd like to use when things weren't really working for me is the 4-4-2. I've never been a fan of it before, never even tried it, but I noticed a lot of pro players were using it this year. So I figured let's try it as well. I didn't like it over the narrow, but it's a real good option to switch to if things aren't working out for you with the narrow formation. What it does is you still have those 2 strikers, but what it does is it makes the pitch feel wider, and you're gonna have more options. It's easier to build up, but in the end you do miss that cam a little bit. So yeah, again, every formation has its advantages, obviously. Also, if you're wondering, like when I'm behind, I usually switch to the comeback formation if I have to, if I'm still behind in like the 70th minute, whatever. To the 4. Like, you've got one with 3 defenders, 2 midfielders and like 5 attackers. That's the one I usually switch to. It's like with two wingers on both sides, so like 4 wingers, 1 striker. I usually switch to that one. It's usually once I switch to that formation, it's quite easy to score some goals. Yeah, I'm actually considering like using that as my starting lineup. That would be fun to just try it for 1 week at least, just play with 3 defenders. But yeah, I do know if you pick that formation and you end up against a formation with like real wingers, it might be pretty hard to defend.